That was good.
That was a good one. That was deep down.
All right.
I might even have more.
Well, should I pull the trigger on this or what?
Okay, we're good.
All right.
That was the clearing. That was the killing zone. The killing fields. Strawberry fields forever.
Okay, here we go.
Giving it to you straight with no filter. Danny B wins.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. It's Monday. What is it? October 11th was Friday, because that was my birthday, 12th. It's October 14th, Andy, and how are you, my friend?
I am feeling fantastic.
Now, we got to make sure now, because you remember last show.
Yes.
You promised me no friggin' errors,
and
no
then
mistakes.
It came again.
You haunted and cursed yourself. That's like saying the game's over before it's over.
You know, I thought I had it all under control.
You're lucky we forgive you over here.
I know.
Can you lower me just a little bit?
Yeah,
I feel like somebody's screaming in my ear.
Is that better?
It's probably still my wife from earlier today.
Yeah,
That's why I got a shirt on. I had to do the family friggin' photos today with the flash man over there. Good job, though, by the way.
Thank
Great
you,
pictures.
sir.
I'm just not a dress-up guy. I'm not a collar guy, so... It started off my day with a fight with the meanie old lady had a fight, Chinatown Jack, but you know what that was from? 48 Hours.
48 Hours?
Yeah, Nick Nolte and Eddie Murphy. Chinatown, huh, Jack? But big weekend. It was my busiest weekend of the year.
Yes.
Pittsburgh came
A lot of people
through.
calling in.
Yeah, honestly, I was very shocked with the response. So I have some great co-hosts on the weekend. Philly Godfather does my show with me during the week, but we have Tommy Fallon from ESPN and also Adam Oslin from Fox Sports LA, and he'll be joining us at the top of the hour. To talk about his Dodgers down 2-0. And also joining us any second now is Philadelphia's own, The Godfather.
The Godfather.
Who absolutely was, I think his website went like 7-3 on Saturday, and
big numbers.
Yeah, nice call on Carolina over Minnesota. We had a nice weekend here, too. It's not only the Philly Godfather I have access to, Andy. That you've been around me now a few months.
Well, I've been around long enough to hear the phone ringing, and there's always another knowledgeable guy. The bat phone's going off.
Yeah, it's a network.
Dropping knowledge all over the place.
That's what makes this possible here, a network. But while we wait for Philly's own, and I guess I got to keep my phone right with all the mistakes that's going on
I know,
here
holy
with Jan.
shit.
I just don't know. I got gadgets everywhere. I'm afraid. I'm looking at my Twitter to tell people, can they hear me?
Yeah, and
I got guys putting my address on Twitter.
We finally have, Danny and I have finally remembered to bring the iPad down.
Yeah.
So if anybody's watching right now, you could send us a question at Danny B Wins via Twitter.
Yeah, I might have
and
to
we will
put my
actually
guess
answer
on
it.
Yeah, or Moses will.
Or Moses, yeah, we'll get Moses to answer
say
something.
Anything? He's been on the show like 10, 12 times and not a friggin' word. You bring him upstairs, he doesn't stop.
He's not getting his SAG card.
Pittsburgh, huh, Andy?
I know.
They got to win.
I spun the shit out of that towel and they won.
Yeah, they showed up. I did a lot of interviews and I gave that out free to a lot of people.
Do you think it was one of those things where they just ended up playing a really crappy team, or are they actually getting better?
Pittsburgh's a better team than they've been playing. They've been playing better of late, but yeah, they needed that, and it was a nice win for them. They needed, and the Jets coming off an emotional win on the road last Monday against Atlanta. So there's that letdown factor. But yeah, they would do for a win. So you're going to Baltimore tonight?
Oh yeah, I'm going. I'm starting my television. Well, it's a web series.
Rap series?
It's a web series television show. It's a training site called lynda.com, and I'll be director of photography for the series. And we've been talking about the trips, but for those who are just listening for the first time, I'll be filming in Hong Kong, Dubai, Paris, England. So it's
bye bye Andy, bye bye.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for me, but I'm still going to be staying strong with the podcasts, and there may be little breaks here and there, but I'll always be back and ready to go.
Man. You got me out there taking pictures in the back.
Well, today I thought we were very successful in our photo shoot. Got a great
quick,
family photo.
I woke up, I was like, you know what? I promised her the freaking pictures. She doesn't stop. I've got a great wife, man. She really is, but with the pictures.
Oh yeah,
it's like enough.
Yeah, it's like I think it's one of those things where once you have kids,
Government shut down, Andy.
Oh shit!
Okay, there's somebody. Somebody's having problems.
You hear a water droplet, there's trouble.
No, actually, that's a tweet. Let me see here.
Oh.
Excuse my goggles here. It's going to take me a second.
That's all right.
Sligo, okay, no, it was just a retweet. We're good. So
Just a retweet, okay.
Just a retweet of a repeat. But yeah, we have some football tonight. Philly Godfather, when he does call, if he can call Andy. I don't know if you got is a conspiracy here.
Yeah,
I don't fucking sabotage.
No, I can guarantee you I'm not from any other teams trying to infiltrate.
We got the Colts playing San Diego tonight.
Oh, San Diego's the best.
Yeah, next week though the Colts are playing Denver. And Manning, his old team. So I know you're not big. You learning anything, Andy? Honestly, you follow the points.
I'm paying more and more attention because now it's one of those things where you.
Do you guys agree?
You don't watch something and you're like, oh, okay, I don't really care. But then you start getting into. Oh shit!
Hey, old
Philly Godfather.
What's up, my man?
I don't know. We're hoping that everybody can hear you. You know, last week you got shut out. Great show that got shut out. Can you lower me now, Andy? Now he's really in my... So I'm hoping everything works well technically, my friend.
Is it working?
Well, we hear you fine. We heard you fine last
good.
week. So I'm watching the tweets. And hopefully, if anybody's out there listening, if we can't hear you, let me check it too by the link. Where's the link, Andy? Let me hear the link. Then I could see it live myself. But we talked about your website. Was what? Stuttering fuck spider. 7-3 or so on Saturday. What'd you do? We were talking about that real quick.
I don't even remember, man. I know we won a ton of college football games. I threw everything up there this week. I threw some NASCAR, some football props, some college football props, pro props. You name it, it was up there. Baseball, NHL, NFL. You name it, we're doing it.
I'm just bear with me because I'm trying
Danny's
to
streaming the show
I'm
live.
streaming it just because I'm
To make sure that your phone call's going through.
Hold on.
I don't even remember.
Yeah, there it is. Yo, we got a show. Yo, Joe, we got a show. All right, now I got to lower that because that's in my ear. But anyway, yeah, we're good. We're
Philly,
good.
you've been giving out everything. You got NASCAR, you got football, you got baseball's over, right?
No, Andy.
You got baseball, you got basketball.
Andy, what are you talking about?
Just when you just got done praising it, I just got done saying you're learning a little something. No, he's all right though. He's a good egg. He's a good egg. It's just some parts of it's rotten.
Just a little
bit.
scrambled.
He's
That's
got
all.
to stop hanging out on those porn websites and watch some damn
Aw.
Frying my brain cells.
Well, it's part of his job assignment now. You know, he is a photographer, by God.
Oh yes.
So
art. No, my bad. It's art.
Art,
Yes.
art at its best. You Greeks know about. We talked about art on the last show, but they could hear us on iTunes, and it was I thought it was a good show.
Yeah, it was
just
a well-rounded show.
Yeah, it
for
was.
sure.
It just didn't come out the audio problems, but we're good now. But yeah,
It's a good show, but you couldn't hear a goddamn thing. It was a great fucking show.
Now it was.
That's like people tell me I have a great face for
you know
radio.
what? They missed Carolina. You gave that out, but it was also available in its entirety on iTunes. So it wasn't a complete failure.
That's right.
We do get a lot of people on. Are you what? You can't see me now, Andy?
No,
with the
I
freaking
got you.
camera?
I got you.
What, I'm sure something's going to happen here. Yeah, I gave out Pittsburgh. It was a nice weekend. My phones were busy, very busy. So overall, I got to say, I'm happy, man. It was a good weekend. How'd you do Sunday? Delaware Park. They got your face up there like in the post office. You're not allowed in there yet, or what?
Every time I walk in the door, like I said, they alert FEMA because the catastrophe's about to happen down there. But this week, they got lucky, man. I actually turned a tiny little profit, but it would have been huge. Arizona killed us, and the Raiders killed us, or else we would have fucking killed them down there.
Well, you know what? It's hard with the parlays. Single bets, one thing. Those parlays, but you guys now, you made a little profit. So what is that? 7 out of 8 weeks, or 6 out of 7 weeks, or something? You did turn a
Well,
profit.
it's been 6 weeks for the
6
NFL.
weeks, right.
So 5 out of 6 weeks, we've actually turned a profit. The first 3 weeks were monster. The fourth week wasn't bad. Last week we lost, and this week we came up a little bit ahead, but. I mean, all I did was pay for the gas. You know?
I'd say, listen, that's a victory in itself, and you did the straight bets on your own. So I haven't been out there yet. I got to try to get a chance to go out to Delaware Park. What is there? 1 or 2 sites out there, Steve, that you can?
Oh, no, you can bet it. There's Delaware State Park is one location, but now you can go like to restaurants. You can go to bars. You can go to like mom and pop shops, and they got parlay machines everywhere in Delaware, so you don't have to go to Delaware State Park to bet on parlay cards.
You know what? You should be the poster boy for that, though. Honestly, if Delaware State Park, you should be. They should put you out there. You can promote the shit out of it. You're there a lot, and your face is becoming well known out there. We're looking at.
It was nuts this week because everyone made an appearance. I was down there. Next thing you know, Battle walks in.
Oh.
Tiger walks in. Rooster walks in. A couple other guys walked in that I can't mention their names, and we're all sitting there, and we're talking about business, we're watching, because we bring our laptops with us, so we're watching the screen, we're looking for value, and then all of a sudden we're talking about the Raiders game, and it was just a crazy conversation. If you were a fly on the wall, you would have been amazed at that.
It was like that meeting up in Appalachia, only nobody got arrested, right? That was a good one, right? Danny's good for good shit sometimes. It's because I'm dressed up. You can't.
Dumb.
No, I got my collar on today. I'm an educated, well-rounded Harvard fucking graduate today. No, my wife made us say Andy broke
Hold on
out.
1 second. Now.
All right, but anyway, yeah. What is that? The cash machine? That's counting the dollars. Yeah, that sounds like it's counting dollars.
I'm sitting here at the coffee shop.
Oh, that's another one of those Cafe Latinos. So did you, now that you're a coffee guy, you own your own shop now, do you still go to that place you took me to a few times, that Colombian joint? Because I like their little cappuccinos there, or whatever you gave me.
Well, what I did was I stole one of their workers. I brought them down here to the coffee shop so they can make the same fucking coffee. We got the same exact coffee, fucking same exact procedure. I gave her double what she was making over there, so she's happy as shit.
That's great.
And, I'm down here hanging out. I got guys running the show. I got a manager and all that. I come in just to hang out and call you guys up, drink some coffee, and meet up with some guys.
I would love to own a coffee shop one day. I would love that.
I watched that work in progress. I saw them as it was gutted out or cleaning it up. It used to be a bar back in the day, and it was nice. Good guys that work for them. You know, a lot of people in the area, from all cultures. But yeah, you got to stop by if you're. I got to stop by and get me a cup of coffee. It's been a while since I've been up there, but. Real quick, we're going to hear from Adam from Fox Sports LA. He's going to talk Dodger baseball. He's on there with Petros and Money and all those guys. He has a great podcast, FNA, right, Andy?
FNA podcast.
FNA with Kevin Figures. We got the Colts and the Chargers tonight. I think if I remember right, on your parlay card, you had San Diego. Is that something you're still going to ride out with tonight, or what's your thoughts?
Well, as of right now, even though the line moved the other way, I think it's Colts 1.5. It's a great spot for San Diego. The only problem is their defense fucking blows, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if they get behind early, they could have some serious problems. But their offense, I mean, they're number 3 in the league overall. They're number 2 with the pass. They can't really run the ball too well. So if the Colts play it right and they don't stack the box and they're double covering their wide receivers, Royal and Allen, it might be a long night for San Diego. But I'm hoping the spot is huge tonight for San Diego and they come out with a victory at home.
Well, it's now at a pick'em. It popped in front of me a pick'em. I'm following a generic site though. It covers a little bit of scores and odds. Not a bad site, but they're not the most accurate all the time. So yeah, I look for it myself. I don't know. I don't have a feel for this. I don't have a feel for this game tonight. I'd like to see some points though. Like you said, San Diego.
No, it's going to be a high-scoring game, man. Both these guys. I mean, the Colts offense is number 4 in the league. They're number 2 with the run, number 10 with the pass. You got Andrew Luck back there. He's having a monster year. I think his quarterback rating is 77.1. He's 4th in the league. And you got Philip Rivers, who's actually the second best quarterback according to his QBR rating this year. And he's got 13 touchdowns. He has thrown 5 interceptions. Andrew Luck's got 7 touchdowns with only 2 interceptions. So expect some offense tonight, man. I know that total. I think it opened 46 or 47. It's up to 50, maybe 51 right now. So they're expecting some scoring in this game.
Yeah. I see it opened up without putting my goggles on at like 47, 46 and a half, maybe. I can't see that. It could be 100. I don't know. I can't see without these things. I like a high scoring game. Who the hell? I don't know. I'm not a big rooting for fucking turnover. I like points. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah, you know what's helped San Diego this year is their offensive line. They're number 2 in the league. They've only let up 8 sacks, so they're giving Philip Rivers a lot of time to throw the ball. And as we all know, if you got time to throw the ball, anyone can go back, sit back there and actually pick the defense apart. So they're giving them a lot of time. Where Andrew Luck on the other side, their offensive line is ranked 20th with pass protection, and they have given up 12 sacks. Now you got to go back and see who they've played to see which defenses are better or not. But as of right now, San Diego's got a pretty good offensive line.
Now let me ask you this: I know college it happens where you look ahead. Next week, big game for Andrew. He's playing the former hero of the Colts, Manning. Is this happening in the pros? Do you think that factors in or not? He's still a young quarterback. Is he looking forward? Maybe he drops his guard tonight.
Man, this kid is unbelievable. Like I've mentioned before, he's got a photographic memory. I don't think he ever drops his guard as a quarterback, and he is a professional. To me, he's top 5 quarterbacks in the league right now. That's how good this kid is. And people were talking about dude from Washington, I forget his freaking name right now, RG3, and they were talking about Russell Wilson. But this guy is the cream of the crop. He's the best that came out that year. He's one of the top 5 quarterbacks in the league. Now, the rest of the team coming off a big game. I think they played Seattle last week, right? And they beat them. It was a big upset.
Yes.
Coming off a game like that, maybe you got guys are banged up because Seattle's defense is so tough. So something like that, to that nature. If you're looking this week to bet San Diego, it's a good spot. And like you said, next week they are playing a big game, but these guys are professionals, man. They're not college kids. They don't, their emotions don't go up real high or real low. To them, it's strictly business. It's grabbing that paycheck and playing as hard as they can every week to make more money.
Bottom line, and that's what you do. You make money. Some weeks more than others, and you'll take it on the chin periodically. But, I think it's going to be a high-scoring game. I ain't going to touch the side. I'm just going to root for points myself tonight. I've been on a little roll myself. I follow guys like yourself and other pro players. Listen, I got to get some other guys on this show. Well, you haven't had any guests in a while. What the hell are these boxing guys? Come on, we got to bring some boxers on.
Yeah, I actually talked to King Gabriel Rosado. He said, "Oh, come on." I talked to Billy Briscoe again, the trainer. I just been so freaking busy, man. I gotta really set it up with everyone because they're in the middle of training for a world title. So try to coordinate everything. It's not that easy.
No, I know. Plus, this is just little Danny Old B. They ain't got time for Danny Old B over here. But
one of the sharpest guys in the place.
I know, but listen, even Coco finished the movie. He's been, kind of telling me he'll come on, and he hasn't had the time. Daryl will be on next week. I think I'm going to save Daryl for the opening tip of the NBA season. That would be... Because he said he's going to bring some... He wouldn't tell me who, but he said he's going to have a surprise guest.
Oh, sweet. They were actually talking about Daryl on Saturday Night Live.
No
this
way.
Past Saturday,
No
yeah.
way.
Yeah. So it's
good.
amazing that he's still so relevant, like just as relevant as he was when he was playing. I thought that was incredible.
Well, you know what? He did tell me he still likes the love. When he gets the love, they miss that. But all right, so we'll go with San Diego tonight. Any up? Is that fair assessment? If somebody wanted to do a little something with tonight, San Diego, any over?
I mean, the over looks like it's gold. These guys score a freaking ton of points. They put up some big numbers. I don't think that number could be high enough. These defenses are bad. Yeah, I guess you look to bet the over tonight. You know what I mean? Now the side, like I said, I'm waiting until the last possible moment before if I do bet the side on this game, even though I had them on some parlay cards.
Yeah, but is any alive? We'll do you have any pending parlay cards still alive based upon San Diego tonight, or are they dead?
No, they died. Those ones. What we do with Monday night is we'll put in some parlay cards, and then we'll put a Monday night game in, which we think is the right side, and that gives us an opportunity to hedge if 3 of those games won already. This way we guarantee ourselves a profit on that ticket. So that's really what the Monday night move on the parlay card is really all about, more than anything, giving you an opportunity to hedge.
See, like right there, what you said, the average guy can't do that. They don't think like that. There's some sharp players out there, but the average guy is not thinking about that. So everything you do is very business-like. Your group's probably the sharpest I've ever dealt with, and I've taken bets myself from some of the biggest bettors out there, but you guys are sharp. I'd be afraid of you if I owned the book. That's for shit sure. But I don't.
Well, listen, you got 2 options. You either take my bets and you lose, or you take my bets and you bet on top of them for yourself, and you become an asset. We become an asset to you instead of a liability. So, it can work both ways. If you can't move the action that I'm giving you and betting it for yourself for a little bit more on top and making a profit and getting the right number, well, then we're a liability. But if you can, we become an asset. And I've actually teamed up with a lot of bookmakers that I started betting with, and I started beating up for a couple months, and they've actually joined the team. So, you can look at it both ways.
If you can't beat them, join them theory, How's the affiliate programs doing? I know I'm one. You have at least a half dozen or more out there. How's it working out so far?
It's doing pretty good, I guess. I really haven't had time to check up on it. I know the web, my webmaster handles all that stuff.
The master.
Yeah, and you know how those computer guys are. They're a little slow with everything, so...
The webmaster.
I got to really double check on that. I know there's maybe 10 sites now that have joined the affiliate program, so that's always huge. You know what I mean? We help other websites, smaller websites than mine, help them make a couple bucks. It's steer traffic to our website, and everyone's happy. So there's nothing wrong with that, making us some money.
No, especially for a guy that has no form of advertising himself. That's a great way to get going, I've been doing this for a very long time. I spend a lot of money on radio, so I get a lot of good hits on my website, but I'm not big on selling the online stuff. That's never really been my thing. I got the memberships things there, but I like talking to people, You don't have time. If you could, would you think that you would get into talking to people and giving them advice? Is that something you can ever see yourself doing or never have the time to do so? Because
I don't know, man. I'm so freaking busy with so much. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I got businesses, like I said, real estate. I'm into classic cars, the gambling, the kids, the wife, the life, personal life, business side. It gets freaking busy, man. It gets crazy as hell. Now I'm opening up another business for my older son. So I'm always doing something. I love the action, and I don't know. To tell you the truth, maybe in a couple of years when I slow down a little bit, but as of right now, I'm just too busy.
No, I know that. You see, you diversify as far as making a living. This is all I do. This is all I got. So I have to stay focused on this. I don't have time to drive and buy cars or. I don't have those, and that's great stuff. I wish I did. I wish I was smarter. Smarter. You see, I'm smart. I'm smart, Michael. I'm smart. No, I tell you, I made millions of dollars, and I spend like a drunken sailor. I ain't gonna lie. I could make $20,000 in a week and give it away, and just like that, and not even gambling it away, just spending it on shirts like this. So what's up, buddy? What do you want to talk about? Dodger baseball. What do you think about this? Down 2-0. Cards, Dodgers, Game 3. Wainwright and that Chinese dude. Why? What do you think? Roo.
He's a pretty good pitcher, man. Dodgers' sense of urgency, must-win game, and a ton of times when the teams are in a must-win situation, they come up short. They start pressing. They start chasing. This could be it for them, man. You know what I mean? So, we actually wrote a big article about the Dodgers when they were smoking hot at the PhillyGolfHouse.com, talking about no matter how hot you get during the regular season, in the playoffs, you're playing the best of the best, and it's just a coin flip. So no matter how good you look, the other teams are just as good as you are, and anything can happen in a 5 or 7 game series.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be tough, but if there's ever a night, tonight has to be it. They're plus what do you guys use a 10-cent drop? Most gamblers out there are using a 20-cent line. You're getting cheated, with that.
Yeah, you're losing money at the end of the year, especially if you're betting a lot of baseball. If you're betting a little bit of baseball, it's no big deal. But if you're betting on a daily basis, if you're trying to bet the moves, come up with your own games on a daily basis, betting 3-4 games a day, well, at the end of the year, it's going to add up. It's going to cost you a ton of money.
No, absolutely. Like tonight, you got St. Louis right now. I see -17. Some guys, if you take the Dodgers, you're actually -103 instead of +107. So that 10-cent is definitely advantageous. Especially like you said, if you bet a lot of games. Are you faded any baseball? Or I know you're doing hockey. What else? Tennis, badminton. What else? Bowling. What the hell else did you guys do?
We're doing fucking everything. We actually bet some baseball this week. I think we went 2-1 in the baseball, and the hockey we're doing real good. I think we're like 7 out of 7-4 so far in the season, or 7-3. I'm not exactly sure what our record is in hockey, but everything's clicking, man. We're on a nice little roll, and this week I'm going to try and give out everything on the website, because I know, like yesterday, I couldn't give out everything in the football, college football, in the NFL. And college football, I actually gave out almost every freaking bet I made on Saturday. But it gets crazy. The web designer starts losing his mind because I start sending him stuff.
Right.
And it gets real hectic. It's like the stock market. We're moving and we're grooving. It's like a controlled chaos on a Saturday.
Now your advice, because this is confusing. You remember, not all you guys are betting every game you put up. Some guys pick and choose their spots. Is that fair to say? Because if you got 15, 20 games up there, which you've had as many as that, I believe, at times, what do? Do you tell them to bet it all evenly?
Well, listen, I've said it from day one. I'll never tell anyone what to bet. I'm not selling picks. All I can ever do is tell you what I moved on, what my moves are, where my money's at. It's up to you to decide what you want to pick. If you want to bet them all, well, then bet them a little bit smaller. If you're usually betting $100 a game, well, bet everything for $25 a game.
Good.
You know what I mean?
Good
so
advice.
Break it down. But I'm not going to sit here and promise you the world. I'm not here to save the world, Danny. All I do with my website is tell you what I'm on, where the sharp money's at, where the sharpest gamblers in the world, where they're putting their money at. I put my money where my mouth is, and everything on there is where my money's at. So if you want to bet them all, if you want to pick and choose, if you want to fade them, you want to go against them, you can do anything you want. But I'm not going to sell you a pick. I'm not going to tell you what to pick. All I can do is tell you what I bet. Because anything else is just an opinion. If I don't back my opinion with cash, what the fuck's it really worth? You know what I mean?
I love your style, man. I love the way
his
you
money where his mouth is.
That's it. I love it. You tell it the way it is. And you're right. Most guys ain't going to show their hand the way you do. They might show a few free picks, etc. But you actually are out. But then again, not everybody's has the privilege to.
Nobody's gambling, man. Me and you are actually betting. There's a couple other guys out here that are actually betting. But all these guys on the internet are full of shit, man. They're not putting their money where their mouth is. Asking for a screenshot. Asking for a ticket from Vegas. Asking for a parlay shot, for a parlay ticket. They don't have them because they're not really betting. They're giving you an opinion that they haven't put cold hard cash behind, so therefore it's not really worth anything. Put your money behind that fucking opinion. Now you know what? I might listen to you. Now I respect you. Now you know what? Now you're a fucking gambler. If you just tell me what you like and you're talking about units and you're not really betting the game, I don't even want to hear about it because it's all a bunch of shit.
Whoa.
Ding, ding, ding.
Giving it to you straight on Monday.
Round two and the next.
No, I mean, let's be honest, man.
No.
Like, what are you going to do? You going to tell me who you like? I can tell you who I like. Did I bet it? That's what you should ask me. Did you bet it? You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
I remember. Here's so true. Back in when we were rocking and rolling in down in Florida, remember where we got that little bit of trouble, $14 million worth. I remember everybody had opinions because some of the guys were pretty, and some handicappers do bet, but most don't. I agree 100%. But I remember the boss was giving out the games, and he's like on a bad streak, and they were all like, fuck, I like this, I like that, I like this. And he just turned around and told all 14 of us, if you like it so much, go bet 25 grand on it. And nobody fucking, place got like a fucking, like quiet, like church mice. Like, well, all right, fine, it's just my opinion. But I just remember that because everybody was frustrated. We were doing big numbers, too, big numbers, $500,000 a week. And I just remember we were in a funk. And back in the day, though, we had guys that can bet 50 grand on a game because the casinos, the limits were different. Things were different. And, we had some big decisions at times. And I just remember that day. And it just, like you said, shut up or put up or one of the fucking other way around. But, yeah, I just remember, you're right. Most people are full of shit. And that's why we have this show, Keeping It Real. We tell it the way it is. Like it, love it, whatever you want.
And that's why I guess the brand has grown so much, the Philly Godfather brand, because it's real. It's what's really going on. It's like a reality show. You know what I mean? Like, you know where I'm headed. You know what I'm betting. You know what I really bet. You see the cash. You see the tickets. You see the gambling. You read the fucking books. You read the history. You know the story. You know the ref. You know Baba. You know me. You know the animals. It's real, man. This is all real. This isn't something made up. This is fucking reality. This is what we do. We've been doing it for over 25 years. I think I've placed over 1 million wagers in my fucking life.
$1 million.
You know
I love
it. So times that by how much? It's fucking, this is what we do, man. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. And I don't care if you sign up to this website or not. I tell people all the time, they're like, why should I sign up to your website? I tell them to go fuck themselves. I could care less. I'm here. Dude, I'm an asset. I'll never be a liability. So, we got a couple thousand members on the website, and they'll all attest to it. They know exactly what I put up there all the time, and we win, and that's the bottom line.
You know what? I think the best advice you gave out is, you don't tell them what to do or how to do it. You just show your hand, and when you have a lot of options, cut back your bets. That's follow them all, though. Don't pick and choose because that's hard. Because now you're actually gambling. Because a lot of guys do that. They'll look and they're like, I like that. I'm going to bet that for 1,000. This one for 100. And that's when a good record can turn into a bad profit or a losing proposition. You know what I'm saying? Because you can put out 10 picks and win 7 of them, but they picked a couple that lost because they love them. So play them all or don't play them is my advice. If you're
I mean, and then I'll give out some less. And what I'm doing now this week, I'm going to try and give out everything, and then next week I'll scale down and try and give out like the stronger ones for everybody. But sometimes the stronger ones lose, and the weaker ones win because we grade them from an A to a D, A, B, C, and D. A being the strongest, you know what I mean, going all the way down to D. And sometimes, like the Raiders game, it's tied up 7-7 with like 4 minutes left in the game, and that fucking dumbass quarterback throws 3 picks in 4 minutes, and the Chiefs win 24-7. Like no matter how much you handicap a game, and no matter how strong you think it is, they still got to play it. And if you got a fucking retarded quarterback back there making bad decisions, he can spoil anything.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I was watching. I said, how did that game get out of control like that? It was 14-7. I went, I took a piss, come back, and I saw it was like 24-7. How the hell did that happen?
You know what's crazy? Look at the Saints and New England. There's 3 minutes left. Saints got the ball. They're passing the ball. Like, there was some bad play calling there. Now, I didn't bet either side, but if I was on the Saints, I would have been furious, because if they would have ran the ball that one time, they would have chewed the clock down to like 2 minutes. Then they had to kick it to New England. New England got the ball back. The Saints stopped them. They gave it back to the Saints. The Saints did the same fucking thing again. I think they had 3 possessions in 3 minutes, and at the end, Tom Brady burned them because the Saints had some bad play calling there. You know what I mean?
Well, that's it. Like you said, that's out of your control. But, it is frustrating to watch, to say the least. A lot of, you could look at some of these games and you have them in the bag to the last minute or two, and then it gets out of control. So, always, I keep saying it, and I'll say it, expect the unexpected. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Guys that do that are pretty crazy. You don't deal with the guys like I do. You throw your hand, you bet the games, you show your hand rather. I deal with these guys, and some of the stories I hear is frightening. You hear, there's a lot of good guys I speak to, but some of you need more help than I could fucking give you. And that's the bottom line. I try to be, patient with you. I try to walk, but some guys, I don't know. This shit's not easy, man. It's not easy for the pros. It's definitely not easy for you. So, can I have a cup of coffee, please?
And a buttered bagel.
A buttered bagel.
Dan, give me 1 second.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So, Andy, talk us real quick about Baltimore as we're buttering some bagels. And some lox and cream cheese, please.
We'll be filming our core classes, and since it's for this website, it's called lynda.com. Basically,
sounds like a fucking porn site.
Well, it's
yeah, we're here.
Yeah, we're here.
Andy's talking about a porn site.
See, I knew someone was up with that dude.
Oh shit.
Go ahead, Barbara.com, right?
Yeah. It's lynda.com. And those who are interested in photography or the arts, they can go to lynda.com and kind of check out the website. When I'll definitely share more stories after next week, after this first initial filming, but I'm just really stoked. I mean, being as young as I am, I'm 26. This is a great opportunity for me, and hopefully could put my photography and videos on the map.
There you go.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I'm stoked. But I'm also working on a documentary.
Just remember to make sure you put the cartilage in there, whatever you got to do, so you get the pictures, unlike the video and the audio on my end.
That's right.
I could see Andy in the middle of a $20,000 photo shoot, and he forgot to put the little cartridge, whatever that thing is.
He's got the lens still on the cat.
There you go. I knew I was struggling for. You got the message, though.
I can't tell you how many times I've started photo shoots that, wondering why I'm getting a black frame.
Oh god,
cap still on.
So it's just not.
But there's mistakes in any place, but you have to be ready for them and prepare for them.
Well said, Andy.
That's why you wanna look to people that influence you, and that's why, as far as this goes, Philly Godfather and Danny B as well are perfect people to look for examples on how to make the right decisions on a game. And that's why you go to DannyBwins.com or the PhillyGodfather.com. It's the best way to do it.
Well, you know what? I just try to tell it from my own experiences, and you're in a different league over there, Philly Godfather. I've known a lot of people over my many years. Well before I met you, I dealt with some really good people. I've dealt with some real fucked up people too. But it's always good, the way you look at things, the way you take. Your approach is different than most people, and I got to commend you. You've done a great job, man. It's, and I'm always learning, Andy. I'm learning just like you
can never stop learning.
You got anything else you'd like to teach us today, bud? Before we're going to hear from Adam. Adam's an up and coming what do you want to call podcast guy? Or?
Podcast producer.
He's good, man. Him and his boy, they're going to do well for themselves. They got some great guests out there. Petros and Money's always on their show, and the JT and the Brick.
Powerful knowledge.
They get Don Mattingly on their shit. They do well. They'll be joining us in a second, or at least Andy will. So what else is going on in the life of the Philly Godfather besides coffee shops,
hitting the mitts?
I'm just looking at some cars, man. I love these bookies because every once in a while, every couple of weeks, they give me a big lump of money and I go buy another classic car.
Boom.
I'm looking at a 69 Firebird convertible. Hopefully I can pick it up off this guy cheap.
Sick.
It's a good time to buy some classic cars if you're looking to buy some classic cars. Economy's messed up. If you got some extra cash, people are giving shit away. So
I wish I had the money for that. That would be sick.
It is sad. I speak to a lot of people. I do, and they all tell the same stories. They were making $500,000. Down to $300,000, down to $200,000. They tap.
Some people out of work, man.
No, I know. That's why
gotta hustle.
You know, that's why the business has changed and people are looking for value, too. And that's why the $20 a month you spend with the Philly Godfather, you ain't going to get better value anywhere. You know, you join forces.
It's 66 cents a day.
You know, I actually
Fucking free.
I listen. I want to make it more cost efficient for everybody too. So I got some great prices on my site. Use both of us. You know, I'm here to help you out too, man. If you need some help, don't be afraid. I'll just tell you the way it is. So. But we did.
You know, I'm texting you lots of games. You know that I'm not putting on the website.
No, I know that. I know that.
Powerful.
Let me tell you something. It's even hard for me to handle that because I got guys too that are all over the place, and they're like, "Why didn't I get this? Why I can't get it to everybody either?" Because sometimes I get it, but I got 20 minutes. I don't. I don't get a lot of time. I do my best too, and you know, it's just the way it is. And
it's not. It's you know, it's not. It's not something that's perfect the same time every day.
No,
I'm going to give you my picks at 12 o'clock every day or at 2 o'clock. Anyone doing anything like that is full of shit. Because how the hell are you going to give a pick out at 12 o'clock and then you get information at 6 o'clock and you're going the other way and you're not going to tell your clients or your people that. Like, you got to come along for the ride, man. You got to be ready if it's 10 minutes before game kickoff, if it's an hour before kickoff, if it's 2 hours before kickoff. If you're not committed to go that extra mile as a client or as a member or whatever, well, then you know what? You're going to get burnt, man. That's the bottom line.
Well, that's the problem. Some of these there's some decent handicappers that are on various sites without promoting anybody's site, but they're restricted. They have to post their plays very early in the morning. And between 7 a.m. and 7 o'clock at night, especially when basketball tips off, whatever, you know, a lot of stuff happens. So, yeah, I mean, that's why there is no set time, you know.
It's not. Like, I'll give you an example. Say this week, Megatron's doubtful to play.
Right.
So you're not expecting him to play. And then an hour before kickoff next week, they come out and we find out he's playing. We're going to fucking bury that side. He's huge to that game, to the point spread. That guy's worth at least 3 freaking points to that team.
Right.
So if you gave out the other side thinking he ain't playing, and now he's playing, you're done. You're finished.
Well, wasn't that even the case with Gronkowski? Earlier in the week, he was supposed to play, right? And when did they knock him out as out? When did he come out?
Well, he's been practicing all week. He's been carrying it up. I guess they want him to be 100% healthy.
Right.
So I expect him to play the following week. I mean, I'm expecting him to play this week.
No,
so, and if you add him to the mix, I mean, Tom Brady's fucking unbelievable, man. If he comes back, oh my God, then that thing's clicking on all cylinders. He's making it happen with a bunch of nobodies back there. And when you got a monster like that on the team, it just makes everything so much better.
Speaking of, you know, the no-name defense, Dallas, with all those injuries last night, everybody's hurt on that defensive line. They played pretty good, or is it that Washington's just that bad? What do you think?
I mean, Washington, I think they're ranked 25th. Their defense is just horrible against the run and the pass. So they're just a bad team. And you got RG3, he's back there. He's banged up. He's not the same.
No.
He looks like he's stuck in mud. He lost that quick first step that he had. He's not as fast as he was. And Dallas, you know, I gave them out to win the NFC East in the beginning of the year, and I still think they're going to win it, even though they're tied with the Eagles right now. But Romo's a good quarterback, man. He's made some bad decisions at some bad times, but he can get the job done if he's got some time. So if that offensive line is clicking for him, Dallas is the real deal, man. They're pretty good.
I listen. I've been a fan since I can remember. Is that we got a call?
I
think we got Adam from Fox Sports. Hopefully, we get both of you guys on here.
Hello,
Adam. How are you, buddy?
Danny B, how we doing?
We're doing well. We got the Philly Godfather. Can you guys say hello so we know that we're communicating? Because we had some technical problems of late. Hello.
Hello.
You.
Perfect. We got him.
Adam, you're familiar with the Philly Godfather and his work. You're familiar with the Donaghy, because here's the deal. Why Adam likes doing our show, because he knows Tim worked with me. He's a Sacramento fan, so he's still got some animosity from back in the day.
I'm pissed. I'm still looking for Donaghy.
He cost you guys a championship that year.
No, but but anyway, Adam, thanks for joining us. I was just telling Andy earlier in the show, and the Philly Godfather, you guys are up and coming, you and your boy Kevin. You know, I really enjoyed being on your podcast, FNA podcast. Good stuff. Some of your best guests you've ever had on your show, Adam.
Oh, some of our best? I don't know. You know, weekly we get Petros Papadakis. We've had Paul George from the Pacers before. We've had quite a few NBA guys, and then some of the other up-and-comers around here in L.A. You know, we try to stick to more of the local stuff, but yeah, usually we get Petros on every week. which is good for college football. I don't know if you guys saw him on Fox Sports 1. He was doing that Arizona-USC game.
Yeah, no, I like his work. I lived in California. I love California. Actually, that's where I prefer to be. But we're talking real quick. Philly Godfather said this could be it for the Dodgers. What's your thoughts? I mean, this is a must-win tonight. I mean, how are you guys handling out there?
You know, I came on, I think, a month ago and said problems for the Dodgers going into the postseason, Don Mattingly, is the number one issue. Some of the moves he's made are just unbelievable so far. And that game one against the Cardinals, that 8th inning, pinch running D. Gordon for Adrian Gonzalez in a 2-2 tie game. Then they go into extra innings, and they don't have Adrian Gonzalez's bat. I mean, I just can't comprehend what he's thinking at times. And other people in L.A., a lot of people are upset with him too, and he's still trying to get a contract extension. So he's out there playing for his job and making terrible moves. And when you're in one-run games all the times in the playoffs, those moves get magnified. So the Dodgers are in a bit of trouble. I mean, they got to win tonight, and they got Ryu versus Adam Wainwright, who had the great Game 5 to close out the series against the Pirates. It looks like a mismatch on paper. The Dodgers, they do hit lefties pretty decently. Their lefty, Ryu, plays pretty well against a right-handed team like the Cardinals, but still, it's just unbelievable when you look at it and say, how'd the Dodgers get to the point where they're down 0-2 and they had Greinke and Kershaw starting in the first 2 games? Yeah,
that's a true point. You know, Philly Godfather, I got to be honest with you. You know, you don't know much about Adam, but West Coast, man, he's knocking them dead. UCLA, he's been right on the money with those West Coast teams. Your thoughts on this coming week's games, Adam? Anything with UCLA, USC, and maybe the Philly Godfather could elaborate a little bit? What's going on?
Yeah, UCLA's got Stanford, and you know they did cover the points on Saturday against Cal, but it was a little too close for comfort for me. I know I had some people.
A win's a win, my friend. You don't get paid any more or any less if they win by 40 points, unless you have action points bet on it.
That's true. That's true. They got Stanford, and it's kind of a big rivalry now because of what happened last year. They ended the season playing Stanford. They lost big at home, and then played them again in the Pac-12 championship the next week up at Stanford, and played a really tough game that came down to the last couple minutes. I mean, just one of the most well-played games, one of the best games you could have seen all year last year in that Pac-12 championship. So they're looking for revenge. UCLA is looking to finally get over the hump, beat Stanford. But, you know, they got Stanford, and then they got Oregon. I said they'd be 5-0 going into these games, and they are.
Yes.
And now they're ranked top 10 in the country. But Stanford's still going to be tough, especially since they had that loss to Utah, which I told people to stay away from that game. Utah's tough at home.
Well, not the Philly Godfather. He was hot on Utah. That was one of his bigger moves this weekend. Philly Godfather.
Oh, he's smarter than me then.
Well, that's what he does for a living.
He actually had him on the money line.
Yeah,
he with the points
absolutely.
On the money line. Utah was one of the bigger bets. I think UCLA might be in trouble. Stanford coming off that loss, they're going to be real motivated, real focused. And then UCLA's got to also think about Oregon the following week, like you said. So I kind of like Stanford in the game a little bit.
Yeah, you know, that's early in the week. Anything can happen. And Adam, you have been on the money, and you did say they will be 5-0 going into this on the show. On the weekend,
yeah.
You said it. We all did well. I mean, all the plays did well except for Tommy Fallon. He went with Northwestern, which was a bust. But defending Tommy Fallon, he's done very well himself. Everybody's going to have a bad day. And he ain't even betting the games. He does his little happy hour show, and he's not bad. He votes for the Heisman. Hey, listen, you got to give a guy props that's one of only 920 that get that honor to vote for a Heisman.
Hey, between us four, with Tommy Fallon, the Godfather, and you and me, I mean, that's a pretty good little brain trust for gamblers right there.
Man, we could do some serious damage.
Yeah, no, the Philly Godfather comes with some tigers and lions and roosters and all types of other shit, too.
Read the damn book, Game in the Game.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many of those fellas. And the zoo, I don't know what the zookeepers let them out. They're all roaming around Delaware Park. You know,
Tiger hasn't been fed in 3 weeks. He's ready to kill somebody.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah. How is Jimmy doing?
Jimmy's doing good, man. He's having a good time. He's back in the swing.
Good.
He's off parole, so he's gambling his ass off as always.
That's good. I know that's such a when you are on probation. I've been on it for the Wire Wager Act. You just feel so like handcuffed. like you can't do certain things. You're not supposed to bet and all that stuff. And that's what, to take your passion away from something you're good at. And really, it's got to hurt. But anyway, so what else is up? What's on your plate out there? Dodgers, we talked about. What do you think? So did they win tonight there, Adam, or not? Did they get the W tonight? Are they worth right now they're plus 107?
They do have a little bit of magic at home. In the 2 games they played their last series against Atlanta, they ended up coming through in games they were down in. Ryu actually pitched horrible in that Game 3 against Atlanta. Gave up 4 runs in 3 innings. They brought in Capuano to finish that off, but they got a lot of big run support from the team. I think they got some magic going on in Dodger Stadium. I think they're going to get hits off Wainwright. I don't know if it's going to be enough. But I don't think that's a bad bet to take the Dodgers in this one, just because they're at home, and it seems like they're going to have a little bit of momentum going for them.
Well, they're the run total is only 6.5. 6.5. Do you like over 6.5 or under 6.5?
Yeah, I can see that going over big time, because there's guys in this series that have just struggled for the Dodgers. I mean, they're 1 for 16 with runners in scoring position. That's got to change. Yasiel Puig's 0 for 10 with 6 strikeouts in the series. That's got to change. And I think a little bit of home cooking will help them.
Well, it's funny. I'm looking at the Dodgers of yesteryear with Say, Russell, Davey Lopes, and Garvey. It's an old classic photo right in front of my. You might even be able to see it behind Andy if he raises his camera a little bit. Yeah, they definitely got to win tonight. Philly Godfather, anything sticking out this week early? Anything you want to throw? Because this guy's on a tear, Adam, man. You got to tell your friends out there. Get a subscription on FNA. Tell them to jump on his subscription page. Even if they... AM570radio.com, and we're on iTunes, too. Just search the letters FNA. But I'm saying, tell your fans about the Philly God. You got that picture there, Andy? Don't pull anything out of the thing before we lose everybody here. How about Moses? Don't shock him. I'm afraid...
Since we're talking about the baseball game, I mean, Wainwright, he's like a train, man. It takes him a minute or 2 to get going, but once he starts rolling, he's hard to stop. So if the Dodgers got any chance to win this game, they got to jump on him in the first inning when he's a little bit cold and he's not in his groove. And if they don't jump on him in the first inning, I think it's going to be a long night for that team. And like I said, they're in a must-win situation, so guys will be stressed out. They will be pressing. They will be swinging at pitches they normally don't swing at. So you got to jump on Wainwright right away. And if you don't, I think it's a wrap for that team.
And also you like the over in the football game. The side is a game time decision at this point because your parlay cards are dead as far as the San Diego bet. So I love your style, man. A lot of guys can't do that, but it's the way to do it, man. Adam, anything you want to say? You got some friends out there. When are we going to get Kevin on? He works earlier in the day because I'd love to have him on. You guys do a really nice job out there, and I thank you again.
No rest for the weary. We appreciate you coming on last week, Danny, being giving out that Steelers pick, which won also, by the way.
Yes, it did.
Yeah, Kevin's doing his own thing. He's working every damn morning. The guy grinds hard. I've been trying to get him on, but it just haven't worked out yet. But we'll figure it out sometime.
Well, I mean, he does.
I got to hook you up with my buddy Todd Furman. Tom, he's a good friend of mine. We exchange information on almost a daily basis. I think he does the Fox show on TV with Clay Travers on Friday night. So I don't know if you know him or not, but if not, I'll hook you up with him. He's a good guy to know.
Yeah, he's a good guest.
Powerful network.
No, it is, and that's what we're doing here, coast to coast. I've said that. I have a network coast to coast. My strength is not that I'm the best handicapper. I'm the first one. I'm honest about that. I know just as much as the next guy, but I'm not going to sit there and try to beat a guy like the Philly Godfather with the numbers. It's just not smart. It's not smart, Mikey. It's not smart. But I like to have fucking fun. What the fuck? But I do know a lot of people, and that's what I rely on. And baseball, I'll hold my own in baseball, though. I will not bow down to anybody there. I hold my own in baseball. But, no, it's a network, and that's what we're trying to develop here. You got your up-and-coming guys on the West Coast, Adam and Kevin. We got the young cameraman. I don't know where that's gonna lead me. Who knows? The Flash Man strikes. I hope this is the first show in the last 6 that we didn't have a technical issue. Poor Darryl Dawkins is in my basement, fucking. Although it's a nice basement. And he's sitting here.
I saw that, Danny.
Yeah,
he was big in there, too. He was taking up a lot of room.
No, but I mean, we couldn't get anything right. We couldn't get the Godfather on the phone, blah, blah, blah. But he's a good egg, man. He just got back from Spain. And I wonder who the guest he has in store for us is, or will be. I don't think it will be Charles Barkley. I'd love to have Charles.
What are we doing on the next show, Danny?
Friday we're going to do a little something.
All right, well, I'll make sure Gabriel Rosado comes on with Billy Briscoe. He's fighting for the middleweight
awesome. He's got his fight coming up,
of the
right?
world on October 26th in Atlantic City. He's a co-main event with Bernard Hopkins, so I'll get him on there.
Oh, that'd be great. I'd love to pick his brain a little bit.
That's lightning in a bottle right there. And you can't get us Petros and money? Come on. Adam, come on. Come on, we got a Greek to a Greek. We got the Godfather's a Greek. You tell him. Yeah, you tell him you do the Oompa Loompa stuff together.
Petros and money think they're too big time. They think they're above this or something at times, only because they won't even come on with me, and I work for them 24/7 pretty much.
But
I'm grinding every day for those guys, and they're still not coming on my show every week.
But now they can actually hit. Listen, forget about me, okay? I don't have a book. I'm not mentioned in this and that, okay? But I am,
the best handicapper out there. Are you kidding me?
Well, thank you very much. You better go to church now.
Tell Petros I'll get Grandma to send him some home-cooked Greek food and some baklava.
Oh, shit.
No, but the thing is, he can go toe-to-toe with the Philly Godfather. I mean, you got guys that are involved in the biggest gambling scandal of all time.
What is it with these Greeks and gambling? Jimmy the Greek, you got all
diners.
these damn Greeks in the gambling business. What's going on here, Danny?
That's the thing. Petros doesn't gamble. For some reason, he's against all that stuff. He must have learned from the other Greeks.
Yeah.
I know, but his Uncle George definitely gambles. I know that.
Yeah, and has a diner. They got diners out there too. But that's funny too. There's a guy here in the Trivet Diner locally. Good place for breakfast. I've been going there for years.
It's powerful.
And he's been following the Philly Godfather. And somehow he caught up tweets. He saw us talking about Daryl Dawkins, who's also frequents the place. And for years he's been looking at me. He always sees me with the nice cars and the kids. And he's like always trying to figure me out. So he finally got to put two and two together. And now, I was supposed to see him today. But he's a Greek, by the way. And it has a diner, by the way. And I'm sure he has slot machines in the back of the diner, by the way. They love him. They love him. Actually, they're fading out since all the casinos are popping out. I heard a lot of guys were doing well with them. Those, I'm sure you're familiar with them. Godfather, you come in, you play the machines. They don't do that.
Yeah, the coffee houses. They were called coffee houses. They had the poker machines, poker games. Some guys taking action.
Oh yeah,
they have all kinds of stuff going on. But yeah, that's in the past.
Well,
that's getting faded out.
Yeah, well,
you can play games on your computer now. So
that was fun. In the '90s, it was still very popular. Those guys did well. I mean, some of those joints were bringing in 6 figures a week.
They were making big money. My buddy used to have a bunch of poker machines everywhere. Man, he was making huge money off those poker machines. But that's all dead now.
No, my boy Mickey, who introduced me to my wife, and this guy Bootsy, they were huge, man. They had, what a racket. And then it was, the cops used to come in there, and everybody was good. And unless you didn't pay some, then they would take some machines. They go, it was, the casinos all over the place put them out, too. You got the Bethlehem and all that stuff. Adam, what else you want to talk about? Are you sure you can't get your friends on there, JT and the Brick or somebody? Or
Yeah, I haven't talked to JT in a little while. I can try, though. Damn, I went to bed, falling asleep watching Casino, and now I'm on talking to you guys. I still think I'm dreaming or something.
No, you're not. You're in it, buddy. You're in it. You're in a real deal. That's Sammy. That's Rothstein over there on the other end here. What was his? No, left. What was? No, you're not dreaming.
Classic though. That movie's got to be.
It's one of my favorite
Joe
films.
Pesci kills me. I tell you, I saw Joe Pesci in the early '80s, 1983, down in Seaside, and he was smashed. He just got done doing that movie with Rodney Dangerfield. What was that one when they did
Easy Money?
Easy Money.
Oh shit!
Oh, what a classic!
Oh, it was funny, and he was fucked up, and he played a harmonica or something. He got on stage, and it was funny, just like out of the movies. This is well before he got famous after that. But no, he did Raging Bull actually before that too with Bobby.
Yeah, he was a waiter. I heard he was a waiter.
Yeah,
he was struggling. He quit acting, and then he got a phone call from De Niro, asked him to be in a movie. And he hasn't stopped ever since.
Imagine that. That's fucking
and that Frank.
You guys remember when Pesci won the Academy Award? He just walked up there, said nothing but thank you, and then walked away.
Like a savage.
Beautiful for Goodfellas and Best Supporting Actor.
Yeah, he was. Frankie Vincent too. He was played in a lot of those gangster movies too. He's a Jersey boy.
Joey Diaz.
Joey
He's always
Diaz,
playing
Coco
some kind of
Diaz.
type
Yeah,
like that.
Coco Diaz is playing Mickey. His name is in a movie with Bobby De Niro. That's like his second or third movie with Bobby De Niro.
I know, man. It's gonna be
Pretty
awesome.
high. That's high
Can't
end.
wait for it to come out.
I remember in the opening scene of.
What the hell? What is that? Hello.
Hello. Hi, Danny B here. Can I take your call?
Yeah, I want 2 large pepperoni.
Did you guys
Pepperoni.
hear
the envelope in the milkshake.
No, the envelopes. Listen, the dog ate the envelopes. No, honestly, did you? No, you said you were taking. You said you were taking the points.
Wait, let me play the tape back. I got the tape.
The tape.
What is that?
If you dial this number. No, that's true. When he
Just
says
carry it and add another 20% juice
no,
on top.
but when he says no, I was what did he say? I was taken. I thought you were laying. No, I was taken. Ah, you go. Speaking of casino, but yeah, Joey Diaz, the first, you see, analyze that. That was fun too. He was Joey Dogs. He gets fucking whacked in the opening scene. That was good too. Then he in Spider-Man, I loved it. You want to go to get to him, you got to come through me. And the fucking what the fuck is that?
It's not on our end.
Is that us? Is it time for us to go before we blow up or something like that? Are they using our computers as a detonator?
Yeah, is that the NSA tapping in right now, Danny?
No, that's they're trying to get
so.
the Godfather picks. They want to save $20 a month. It's technology.
Well,
I think it's time to wrap it up,
I
guys,
think we'll wrap it up
we
before
blow
something blows up.
It's going on. It's my iPad. But listen, guys, thanks for joining us. So we like the over tonight in the football game. We like the over in the baseball game, Adam, and you like the Dodgers, but the Philly Godfather might not agree with the baseball picks.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with that one.
Yeah, but anyway, Adam, thanks for joining us, and I'll talk to you later in the week. PhillyGodfather.com. A pleasure as always. Oh, we lost him.
No, is Steve? You still here?
No, he's gone.
All right.
Everybody's gone. It's over. There we go.
Okay.
It's done.
Another
It's
one.
done. We made it almost. We almost got through it. Moses, what you think?
We made it a full 55 minutes.
55 and
And
count.
then
Hey, listen, I'm lucky. I'll take what I can get these days, man. Man, this thing's nasty.
Oh man, that was
Son
fun.
of a bitch.
Well, definitely thank everybody for listening.
another
Definitely
good
share it
show.
on Twitter at Danny B
Oh yeah,
Wins.
real quick too, and check out my new membership rates, man. I make it very affordable now. $50 a month.
There you go.
$50 a month.
DannyBWins.com and at Danny B
Plus,
Wins
I'm
on
always
Twitter.
here if you want to chit chat.
Yeah,
Get some of that good stuff.
Go ahead and give out the number. You want to give out the number?
They know how to get fucking my number.
Definitely check out DannyBWins.com and at Danny B Wins on Twitter. And thanks for listening.
They can find me. I'm here. I ain't going nowhere. So we done, Andy. We out of here.
We're done. We're good. We're closing the show.
Bye.
Peace.
Bye bye.